some of it slide in September, which I didn't hit Success Club, and but got my head back in the game and followed these 3 things. And today I hit Success Club. So just so you know, this works if you're consistent. So number 1, we're going to talk about being a product of the product. Number 2, we're going to talk about planting seeds. And number 3, we're going to talk about customer service. And we're going to talk about how those 3 things actually work together. So being a product of the product, we all know what that is. What is it? It's basically seeing results from using the products the way that they were intended. You need to stay consistent, and you need to set your own personal health and fitness goals. Sharing your results with your followers by showing them step by step the process and how it is and how it has affected you, your life, and those around you. You need to do that every single day. You need to use the products every day, and you need to share that with everybody every single day. That is the basis of our business. That's how we got into it, and that's how it's changed your life. So if you can nail that down and make that your number one, then everything else just flows. So, and you have to practice a certain level of discipline within yourself, and you have to share that you are disciplined with your followers. You have to maintain the integrity of the product. So what that means is you actually have to use the product the way that it was intended. And you have to start that by sharing. You have to set your goal from the beginning. So for example, I just finished 21 Days Fix Extreme, and I did the full-on 21 days. I practiced it from day 1 to day 21. I followed the program, and I've done that 3 or 4 times before. So I finished the program, I shared that I was doing it, and then I decided, well, I'm going to do Insanity Max for 30 days, and I'm sharing that I'm doing Insanity Max again for 30 days. And I'm going to finish it. I'm not going to waver. I'm going to share those 30 days everywhere I can, because it's not only going to get me fit and healthy, but it's going to show people that if you do follow the programs the way that they were intended and the way that they were intended, then you're going to succeed in your own journey, which people are going to want to follow you. So that's really important. Basically, you need to educate yourself on the products. So educating yourself on the products is really important. You need to actually try the products. You have to make sure that you know what you're talking about, because there's going to be so many different people come to you, different fitness levels, different age groups, different genders, different everything. So you need to make sure that you know what you're talking about. And if you can't, then you need to find somebody that does know. You need to reach out to them and ask them questions. That's why it's really important to follow a lot of different people, so that you can and build those relationships with those people, because you need to know the products. So why is it important? The number one reason it is important to be a product of the product, and this will flow into leadership as well, is trust. Trust is the number one leadership quality. If you want to be a good leader, people need to trust you. So people need to see that you own your own life, and they're going to want to come to you. So your clients need to trust you, and your coaches need to trust you. So trust is really important. You need to be open and honest about everything that you're doing in your journey, so that they can trust you and know that they can come to you. It develops credibility. You need to be credible in this business, because we do promote ourselves as non-salesmen. We don't sell. So we need to be credible in what we're talking about. And people want to be led by someone who is trustworthy, because they trust something and are seeing results. So the product is integral, and it will yield results that will inspire others to try them if they are used correctly and shared. And your following will have a hard time trusting you when you start planting seeds if they haven't seen you use the product for themselves. So when you go to invite them to one of your challenge groups, they will resist you because they need to trust you. And it's hard to trust somebody when you don't know it's hard to trust somebody that you don't know anything about. So how has this affected my business? I hit Success Club in the very first week of being a coach because I loved the program, and I shared it with some of my close friends. I then started sharing my journey on Facebook and continued to plant seeds with my warm market, which is my friends and my family and the people that were just existing on my Facebook page. And the trust started to build. People started coming to me because I was consistently planting seeds and consistently being a product of the product. I still work my business this way, and although it is maybe slow, it's steady, and I know that over time my consistency will pay off, not only within the business, but within my own journey. I want to be top coach. If I want to be a top coach, I have to think like one, and I have to keep using the products and share with. So I talked a little bit about planting seeds. I'm not good at looking at the comments, guys. Sorry, let me just check them out. Yeah, Jen, that is a good point. You have to educate yourself on it and use all the sources that you have. Yeah, the reaching out is really important. That's something that I tried to do on my own. Just to touch on that, I did try to do that on my own, and I found that it gets a little expensive. But reaching out to other people is a really big thing, and it's I need to do more of. So good point, Jen. So back to planting seeds. Why is planting seeds important? It's just really as simple as, if you don't know that something is available to you, chances are you won't seek it out. So you got to actually go and do the groundwork and start telling people that you got a challenge group going on, and you got to do it consistently. I practice the power of threes. So I basically do 3 invites per day to my challenge group. Then I do 3 invites to the business per day to my per day. Then I give it a day for those people, and then I follow up on, say, if I do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I follow up every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, every second day. And with those follow-ups, I also do the invites. So I could be talking to quite a few people at the same time, but that's okay, because I know that the more people I talk to, the better the more lives I change. So power of threes is a really big one. I have those. I have some documents. So if anybody wants to fire me a message and say, hey, Jasta, can I get that? Use the power of threes. Yeah, I'm sure you guys have all got it, but I have one too if you need it. So I basically touched on, if you don't know that something is available to you, chances are you won't seek it out, especially when it comes to health and fitness. I found that so many of my best clients just didn't have the courage to approach me. They didn't know what was available to them, and they had no idea what Beachbody was. We get kind of stuck in our own little Beachbody box, and you forget that we're not actually we don't run the world, guys. There's so many people out there that have no idea what Beachbody is. I just delivered a bag of Shakeology to my neighbor who I've been friends with for a long time. And we were standing on the playground at school the other day, and she was just telling me how she hasn't slept in 7 years and how she's had hormone problems. And but she follows me. She follows me on Facebook. She likes my posts. She knows I work out every day. She knows I'm a coach. But she was like, I was going to come ask you about that Shakeology stuff. And I was like, girl, you got to get on it. So I gave her an entire bag. I gave her a whole free bag of Shakeology of my own supply and said, try it for 30 days. You get this for free if you try it for 30 days consistently. Because she didn't, and then she goes, her husband goes, what's Shakeology? What's, I'm like, have you heard of Beachbody? He's like, no, I haven't heard of Beachbody. And I'm like, oh my God, the amount of people that don't know what Beachbody is, it blows my mind because I'm in this like little Beachbody box, right? Like you guys are my family. So anyways, you gotta expand your network. It's not just Facebook, it's everywhere. So step out of your little home box and start talking to some people. You never know what could happen. I always say that building a relationship first is really important. And when I build a relationship, I don't build a relationship based on sales. I build a relationship based on the fact that I'm a coach and that I want to help people. And it helps that I like people and I like to talk. So that could help me a little bit. But I can't stress this enough. If you're going to just go out and like start up a conversation with somebody you don't know online and just start talking to them, just upright, cold market, you should have something in common. And it is because you will come across as being, you have an ulterior motive. And we know as coaches that we aren't here to push stuff on people, because your best customers and your best coaches are the ones that stick to it. They're the ones that want it. They're the ones that sit back and become empowered. So you have to develop those relationships honestly with trust and confidence. I've learned that the hard way. So I talked about how I planted seeds. I always tell people when my next challenge group is starting, and I always give them a deadline. I always try to do it like 10 days to 2 weeks. If I'm missing comments, oh guys, seriously, bad, Shasta. Not good at this. I get on my high horse. Am I missing anything? Oh, I wish you guys could talk. Sorry. Okay. I'm not missing anything. Ashley's shaking her head. No, you're not. Good. Okay. How do I plant seeds? Well, I tell them when my next challenge group is approaching, and I send invites to everyone. And I send invites to even people that I've invited before. Like, I seriously approach every single person. And until they tell me, Jasta, stop messaging me or unfriend me or say, I don't want to talk to you anymore, please stop, I don't stop. I keep doing it. For example, four people this month came to me that I talked to 8 months ago because I kept on them all the time, on them. And I've also kept my relationship with them. So I haven't that's what I mean. You got to keep it, you got to know in your heart. That's why being a product of the product is so important, because you have to believe in yourself first. And if you aren't believing in yourself, it's going to be so hard for people to believe in you. So you got to get down and dirty and into the trenches, and you got to work out every day. You got to drink your Shakeology every day, and you have to do your personal development every single day. And you have to reach out to those who want to help. If you need help, reach out. We're here. Trust me. We're all not perfect. We may make ourselves look perfect on Facebook, but we're not. So let's support each other and get down and dirty. Anyways, oh God, see, I'm getting, how much time do I have left? I'm doing good. Okay, doing good. Okay, another trick I do is when I accept a friend request, I message them immediately. As soon as so if I've got 10 friend requests sitting in my friend request box, I wait until I have time to message them, and then I message them every time I accept their friend request. So if it's a coach, I say, yay, great, so happy to see you, message them. If it's just some guy or some girl, I say, hey, thanks. I accept their friend request and say, thanks for following me. I mention my challenge group start dates, or if there's any health and fitness anything health and fitness wise I can help them with. And I also try to get their email because I think it's really important that we understand that that social media isn't always going to be around. I mean, they could just shut it right down, and we would lose everybody. So I'm starting to use my email a lot more because I can control my email, and my email is my email. It's not a business. Like so everybody, all my clients, all my potentials, everybody that's giving me their email addresses go into my email. Like that's what I do. Okay, so this is a tough one, and I'm just going to keep it simple. In terms of planting seeds when it comes to the business opportunity, when someone buys a challenge pack, I offer them the opportunity straight away and tell them that they receive a discount on their Shakeology. Straight away, I upsell them to the coach discount as soon as they buy a challenge pack. If someone slips through though, and I forget, because that occasionally happens, then I give it I don't give it a week. I give it like 2 or 3 days. And then I go in and I ask them, I say, hey, you know what? You could be saving money on your Shakeology. And, you know, I have a good story. I actually drank Shakeology 3 years ago, and I lost 11 pounds in like 2 weeks. And the coach, who was actually started with Trevor back years ago, she was like, Jasta, you need to drink Shakeology every day, and I know it's expensive, but if you sign up as a coach, you can get the discount. I'm like, nah. Then she left me alone. So I quit drinking Shakeology, and that's my story. And I kick myself every single day that I didn't say, okay, Marina, yeah, for sure, I'll sign up as a coach and do it, and then just continue drinking Shakeology. But I didn't. Ugh. Anyways, yeah, Trevor, woo, yeah, you got me, snag me. Anyways, pump the benefits of being I pump the benefits of being a coach on my page. For example, Summit, I blasted that all over my page. My Size Live instructor course, I blasted that. Prizes I've received from Hitting Success Club. And I am starting to really, really get into come into my own. So I really do talk from my heart about being a coach on my page. And it is scary, but I do it because people want to see how happy I am and what it's done for me. So eventually, this is what I say, but eventually the seeds will grow roots and you'll have a full-fledged forest on your hands, guys. It might take a little while, but if you're consistent in planting the seeds and doing it every day and developing yourself as a human being and as a coach, you will flourish. This business is just beautiful that way. So the last thing I want to talk about is customer service quickly. Essentially, you gotta hold your customers. So someone's bought a challenge pack. You gotta thank them. You gotta say, thanks. Thank you for supporting me. Can I help you with anything else? You put them in a VIP group. You send them thank you emails, which I do a lot. I send thank you cards. I send thank you emails. And it's really important. You have people that are buying from me. You say, hey, do you want to try? You've been doing 21-day fix. You should try Insanity Max. You'd love Insanity Max. So you gotta continue. You have to continue to keep those bonds, because a lot of my coaches, my discount coaches, they're starting to see the beauty of the business, and it's because I've kept them. I've kept them very, very close to me, and I've made them feel special because they are special to me. I wouldn't be where I am if it wasn't for them. So you got to start thinking about your clients that way, and everyone should think about their customers in any business that way, to be quite honest with you, because if you didn't have your customers, you wouldn't have your business. So you gotta think that way. It's really important. And say thank you to your coaches. Your business is really, really important. So you need to love the people that are on your team, and you need to tell them how much you appreciate them. because if it wasn't for them, you wouldn't be here. So yeah, that's basically all I have to say. I did good, 7:30, 30 minutes. It pays to plan, people. Anyways, I'm gonna say thanks for listening, you guys. I really appreciate it. I love my team. I love Team HIT, and I'm gonna roll this over to Trevor and Ashley.
Are we unmuted?
We are unmuted.
Yay.
Wow, Jasta, that was absolutely fantastic. So many great points. Can everybody hear me? Just give me a heads up. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, a heads up. You want them to give you a heads
up? Jasta, seriously, that was fantastic. We absolutely love that we're not the only ones speaking on the call now, that we have a whole team of diamonds that are sharing, and we're getting so much more perspective because me and Cassie don't know everything, and we are learning from you guys every single week. One huge announcement that Leslie forgot, and that is she became a diamond just last week. Yeah, last week as well. So congratulations, Leslie. Absolutely incredible. It goes to show you, she came to me and she said, Trevor, I want to, organize this, team call thing. I'm going to take it on and I'm going to see where it runs. Well, it run her right into being a leader. Yeah. And now she's a diamond. And she did that in just a couple of weeks because she stepped up and she became a leader. Anybody can do that at any time. That is a choice. And it's up to you guys to become a leader when you want to be one. So one more quick announcement. I'm going to pass it over to Cashley and we're going to wrap it up.
Yes. So basically what the end of Trevor, what he just said was, once Leslie stepped into leading with this call, yeah, she became a diamond, right? But it had a lot to do with confidence. And I'm sorry we're talking about you, Leslie. You're like trying to hide there, but I can still see you, so I can see you trying to hide. But it has a lot to do with our confidence. And I know, guys, that when business gets slow, or if you've made some goals and you kind of come up short, I know that can really mess with your confidence and your mindset. So I have two things to say about that. Number one, this isn't like some sort of a competition with each other. This isn't some sort of like a race. Like, the world is not going to end if you don't become a diamond tomorrow. Yes, these goals are going to help you everywhere in your life, with your health, with your wealth, with your freedom, with your family. But you don't have to feel shame, guilt, any of those bad feelings if it's not moving as quickly as you want it to, especially as we go into November and December. We just want just stay steady. Just keep doing what you're doing. The world is not going to end if you don't add another 1 million Success Club points to the team. But still, show up, right? The second thing I have to say about that is Trevor and I are doing something a little bit different. You may have seen it on our wall.
We're excited.
So we're doing another group. This is not a challenge group. This is not everyone do the 21-day fix and get out your containers.
No
see how much wine you can fit into it. This is something very, very different. This is, Josh is like, no. This is all to do with, without using these words, we don't want to use these words, but it has to do with mindset, confidence, self-esteem, excuses, choices, healthy body image, but more so ditching the lies that we've been told, the lies that we have to compare to each other, the lies that we have to look a certain way by social media. We're going to basically, hopefully there's no children's ears listening, but clear all the bullshit out of our minds and that we've been told, so that we can actually start to lead with our hearts. Like Jasta was saying, we can just get all the noise and all the mess out of the way. So we're starting this new group on Monday. If you guys want to be a part of it, you're more than welcome. We would love to do this. It's very extreme personal development, but not in time consuming. We just mean extreme, like it's going to challenge your belief systems, but that's what we need to do once in a while, right?
We're going to make a lot of haters over the next couple of we're pretty nervous.
Yeah, we're going to say things that you're not going to like, and some of the things you're going to say, wow, that was really intense, but it's going to challenge your mindset, and that's what's needed for change. If we wrap you guys up in a blanket and just rock you to sleep every night, you're not going to change. You're not going to grow. So we're going to have to push you out a little bit. So it's going to be a mindset group. It's totally up to you guys if you want to be in it, but if you do, then just message us and we'll send you the link. It's as easy as that. We start next Monday, and we've already kind of started a little bit in there. And it was actually, we love seeing the posts from the coaches. We have a thread in there where they're posting their stories. And it's really nice because we hear you guys, your stories in Team HIT. But in this group, people have been a little bit more open. and we hear a different side of it that we're really, really liking. So we're so excited.
Yes, we're super excited. We just wanted to thank everybody for coming out again. Make sure, you get into Team Hit and give Jess a big, round of applause, because she deserves it. And it's not easy to do these calls. It's stressful and it's nerve-wracking. But you know what? As you become Diamond, there's going to be an invite for all of you. So, you know what? Hopefully you all get a chance to host one of these. And thank you, Leslie, so much again for taking care of us all. And we're going to be back in 2 weeks. So hope you all have a great weekend.
Leslie's the hostess with the mostest.
Leslie, wrap us up.
Oh, shoot, you're muted, Leslie.
I unmuted everybody but myself. All right, guys, so like Trevor said, go comment on Team Hit. Get everybody out there. These calls are amazing, and every time I learn something different. So if our whole team rocks, stop hands up North America. All right. You're all unmuted. We can all sing a song together.
Go getter you. You just posted in Team Hit already.
All right.
Okay, bye guys.
Bye.